Good evening, guys. Hi. Happy Wednesday. We've made it halfway through the week. That's not too shabby. Who we got in here? Backroad Freedom. What's up, Justin? Jess with Tree Haven. Ola. Aoki Homestead. Hey, y'all. What is going on? David Glunt, sir. Hello. Happy to have you here. Mike Birch says hello. Beth Cornett. Hey, peeps. Let's see. Barbie says, hi, Mike. Sid from Glendora, California. I'm at work, so I can't really respond, but I can listen. There we go. We like that. As long as you're listening, you're still participating. We'll take it. We'll take it. I like it. It's all Grady. Hey, y'all. Hello. Auntie Ann is in the house. I love it. We love us some Auntie Ann. We do. We do. I forgot to touch base with you. I was going to see how your back was feeling after it's had time to kind of settle in, and then things got crazy and I forgot to, so my apologies. White Rock Homestead is in the house. What is going on? Hello, hello. Let's see. Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. Good evening, everyone. Steak is what's for dinner, says Justin. I love it. There was a bunch of cows laying in a pile today when we drove by, and I said, look, ground beef. I had the girls in the back of the truck, and they were like, oh, I got the big groan out of that one, but I found it quite amusing. Wanda Henry, hello, hello. Hiking with Jackie Boy, good evening. Charlene Grady, hello. Evelyn Newman, hello. How are you? It's Flag Day today, so I'm wearing all my flags. I've got all my patriotic stuff on today. And I even have my patriotic Crocs on today, which I got to show you guys. I got my Crocs blinged out here. All right. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I don't know if you can handle it. Look at that. I got my headlamps on my patriotic Crocs. Now I got to try to turn them off. There we go. So I'll get to where I got these from in just a second, but I'm stoked about them. I cannot wait. I'm going to wear these to Freedom Weekend because you know what I mean? That's like game time. I'm telling you. Jump to Gems. Hey, what's going on? Woo, Old Man King Homestead. Hello. That's right. Justin from Backroad Freedom says, don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. Sherman's Family Farm. Hello. Good evening. He says, hey, Peter. Hello. 9 Acre Family Farm. Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. They are some Crocs. Let me tell you, Auntie Ann, those are some Crocs. Yeah, they are. I love them. I love me some Crocs. And then I'll put them in 4-wheel drive. I can scoot pretty fast. So look out. Yeah, when I'm in sport mode, forget about it. I'm telling you. Let's see what's going on. What is going on? Bob Beachy says, hey, Auntie Ann. I love it, guys. I love it. I love it. Jerry Jones. Hello, hello. Kimber K. Light up them Crocs. That's right. Light them up. I'm telling you. Paul Honeyman is in the house. Hello, hello. Oh, my word is scrolling so fast. I love it. Greg, you can send us some rain and warmer temperatures here in the Bay Area. Oh, I bet it's cold over there. Tell you what, guys, we've had some storms and we're not done yet. We had a pretty good one come through the other night, and we got a lot of rain, thunder, lightning. The winds over here weren't too bad, but over where our friends Beth and Ryan live and Jen and Will live, they got hit hard. In fact, down the road from Jen, there was what is it? I always say it backwards, so forgive me if I say it wrong. EF1 tornado that hit like one little trailer house. And Jen and Will had a tree fall and land on their shop. And they were without power over there for like a day. And then they didn't have internet for like 2 days. But now we're fixing to have another storm tonight. So Mike's been watching Ryan haul, y'all. We moved a bunch of stuff to make room in the overhang of the shop, so I can put the truck and everything in there after I get back from picking up Frank tonight, and batten down the hatches and just see how it goes. I guess it's just supposed to be severe thunderstorms as far as I know, but like they're expecting really high winds, like potential 80-mile-an-hour winds. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So we'll see. We'll see if we might just be just above it, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So keep a good thought. We'll see. We'll see how we get through this. Um, but we got our buddy Scott coming this weekend, who those of you may remember, and we've talked about him before. He's a musician, lives in Nashville, and he's coming through. And he's actually going to play. I got a weird hair. There we go. He's actually going to play down at the the pond lake where Mike got baptized, at our friend and neighbor's pavilion there. So like half the town's coming, I think. It's like bring a potluck dish and come hang out. And so if we all make it through the storm, we're gonna do that. So that'll be fun. But something to look forward to get us through all that, right? BNUS Odyssey, hello. Red 81 Camaro, hello. Yeah, so getting back to my crockety crocs here. These little headlamps I got, and I guess I must have mentioned them in a live or something the other day, which I did not realize I did. I vaguely remember talking about them, but sometimes I talk, my brain doesn't remember what I was talking about, especially if I'm by myself because I feel like I'm rambling. But I took Frankie. We had, and I talked about this on Sipping and Spilling. So if you don't follow us on Sipping and Spilling, that's where you get the behind the scenes, what is going on, like before I talk about it anywhere else. It's our talking channel where we do the talking. I mentioned that we have somebody who's been kind of following along with our channel for a lot of years now and has interacted with me in comments for quite some time. And he reached out to me and messaged me, and he was like, hey, I know you're looking for a horse for Frankie here pretty soon, and I have this horse that I think might be a good fit. And I've turned her out to pasture because I'm not really a rider and I'm not really a horse person, I've learned, but she's a really cool horse. I think she's kind of might be what you guys are looking for. And I'd love to just give her to y'all if you want her. And I was like, well, shoot, that's worth looking into, right? So anyway, we loaded up yesterday. I took my friend Jen, and her daughter came with us, and of course Frankie. And turns out he lives just like right down the road from us, not far at all, like 30-40 minutes away. And what are the odds, right, that here we've got this, I guess, subscriber. I hate calling you guys subscribers, but we've got this YouTube friend that's been following our journey for so long and interacting with us. And he now lives very close to where we are and happens to have a horse that might fit what Frankie needs. And he wants to just give it to her if it seems like a good fit. So we brought stuff down, and you'll see that on Friday's video. But sweet horse. Her name is Beulah. She's a very sweet horse. And you'll see in the video, they got her, a bareback saddle on her and led her around and played with her ears and touched her feet and did all the stuff to check her out, make sure she wasn't skittish. The neighbor was doing target practice, and she didn't flinch or spook or anything at the pew pew sounds, so that was good. And she's a sweet horse. She's short, which is what we wanted. She's like 14 hands, and she's like 12 years old, 12, 13, and just super mellow and sweet. And she needs her hoofs done, and we're going to take her to the vet. Once we get the fencing done, we'll take her to the vet and make sure that there's nothing glaringly wrong, that just because she hasn't been ridden or really, she's just been out to pasture for a minute, that there's no reason why she can't be ridden or worked with. And Frankie worked with her a little bit, did lunges with her when we were there. And so Frankie's excited about it because she's broken. She's a good horse. She doesn't spook, but she still needs a little bit of work because she hasn't really been worked with much lately. And so Frankie finds that very exciting, that she's a safe horse that she can still kind of work and train. So in fact, I talked to Anthony a little bit ago, the guy with the horse, and so he's thrilled that he thinks that's going to work out for her. And I told him once we get the fencing done, we'll trailer her up to the vet, make sure he says yes, she can be ridden, there's nothing glaringly wrong, get all that done, and then we'll, in theory, cart her home. So exciting. I love it. I can't wait. But anyway, he was so sweet. He brought me these croc lights because he'd seen where I had mentioned it. And he's like, I got something for you. And I felt so bad because I don't think about like, oh, I should bring the couple little things I have, which that I keep on hand are like stickers and koozies. Didn't think to grab any when we left. So when I go up there again, I'm gonna put a little goodie bag of merch stuff together for him, and I'll get a t-shirt or whatever for him and stuff. And I don't know what else, but I'll get him a little goodie bag put together for him. But anyway, Beulah's a sweet horse, and I think she's going to be a great addition to the farm once we get that fencing done. And again, praying that she gets the all clear from the vet, that there's no issues that, saying, oh no, she can't be ridden. She's got X, Y, and Z wrong with her. You can't ride her or whatever. But assuming all of that is kosher, she will be added to the farm. So I'm super excited. And you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? But you gotta check it out and make sure it's healthy enough. And the last thing I want to do is bring it home and then the vet say, well, you can't ride this horse because it's lame in its left leg or whatever. And Frankie knows a lot about horses, but she's not a vet. And there's only so many things you can check. And Jen helped and checked her over and said, she looks pretty good. She's in good shape. So she needs exercise, and she needs, we'll change her diet a little bit when we get her out here and, get her more in the routine of being worked with for exercise purposes. So she'll need a different diet for that. But Frankie's really excited about it. So I think that's gonna be awesome. I'm excited too, because what little girl has not wanted a pony from the time she was little to some degree or another? And I've ridden horses a few times, but I've never really, I've never obviously had a horse before. So, and Frankie's really up on that stuff. Like, she really studies it and gets really into it. So I'm excited to kind of have her teach me some stuff and get to know the horse too, because I think she and I are predominantly going to be the ones dealing with the horse, because Mike's not a horse person at all. He's not really an animal person for the most part. Like, he likes the animals, but he's not like, I'm going to go hang out with the animals. Like, that doesn't get him excited. He's like, I'm going to go play with tomatoes. Like, that makes him happy. So we all have our things, right? Oh yeah, she needs her hooves done for sure. For shizzle, my nizzle. She definitely needs her hooves done, but I know. Yeah, Auntie Ann says, well, now you're going to need a barn in all your spare time too. I know, it's definitely on the list. Got to get the fencing done, and then there's going to be the rest of the coop, the other side of it for the storage side needs to get finished up, and then it'll be probably moving on to the barn from there in theory. So and still continuing fencing, because I feel like the fencing is going to go on for always, just because there's things are going to need to be moved and changed and whatever. And some of the fencing that we're doing, because we're doing mob grazing, is going to be like, we pick it up and move the fencing all the time, but that's a different deal. But this front, like 6 acres or whatever it is, we're gonna fence it off separately eventually. We're getting there. It's on the list. Mama Murphy, hello. Oh, I missed it. It's all great. He says, heck yeah, so happy for y'all. Horses are therapeutic. Yes, they are, and they're beautiful. And she's a super sweetie. She really is a sweet horse. I can't wait to show her to you guys. You've had several ponies, a quarter, and a foxtrot. Now I can't ride because you're back. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get one of those little carts and drag you around the back end, Auntie Ann. We'll still have a good time. We call that the margarita cart. We were talking about that. I think it was Jen and I were talking about that. About we'll get a pony and then we'll just hitch up a cart to the back of it. Let it pull the cart. We'll get in the cart and make margaritas in the back. That's the plan. MT Homestead, what's up? I love you guys. What's going on? David Blunt says, I'm surprised Frankie isn't telling Mike to get out there and let's get this fence done now. Man, if it hadn't been storming, she might have. And she's got this, they had this big thing planned tonight for youth group. And then next week she's going on a youth trip. They're going to go be in service for a few days, and then they're going to hit Disney World and Universal for a day. So she's going to be gone for almost a whole week. And I don't know what he's going to do without his little sidekick out there. So he's probably going to be like, babe, I need you. So we'll see. I'm going to be like, I got my own stuff. Southern Blessed Homestead. Hello. But anyway, so it was cool that he was like, I got these little headlamps for you for your Crocs. I'm like, awesome. And then Jen, she was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "I just got you those." So she got me a pair too that are like the industrial ones. So I feel like I'm gonna put for Freedom Weekend on my Crocs, I'm gonna put these in the front and those over the back. So I have double, like I'll have my high beams and my low beams. And I think I will be very popular at Freedom Weekend and very much mocked, but I'm still gonna do it. They'll be like, "Where's Sid?" I don't know. Follow the bouncing lights that are toddling around in the woods. I don't know. So I know who's gonna drive the tractor and get work done without Frankie there. I know, man. Mike, you know what? Mike's actually gotten pretty good on the tractor. Nobody's as good as Frankie on the tractor. I have never even sat in the driver's seat of the tractor or started it because we've been too busy for anybody to like take the time to give me lessons on it. So I don't even know how to fire the thing up. It could be simple as pushing a button or turning a key, but I have no idea because I haven't gotten in there and investigated. Because the last thing I want to do is break it. So I just figure that's their domain. I'll leave them to it. Auntie Ann says, "I won't mock you, but I might try to steal them." Well, there you go. I'll let you, if you wear your Crocs, I'll let you borrow one of my lights. One of my set of lights, Auntie Ann, so we can go, when we have to go potty in the woods or something, we can toddle out there and see what we're doing. We'll be all good. There's Anthony. I was just talking about you. Yeah, that's right. Like a deer in the Croc lights. Yeah, see, there's Anthony. I was just showing everybody the Croc lights and talking about Beulah, and they're there. Oh, I haven't turned off now, but oh, there we go. Yep. So I didn't see when you popped in, so I don't know how much of that y'all heard, but we're very, very appreciative. That's amazing that, and I love it for Beulah too, because she's very friendly and seems to like people, and so I think it's going to be a good way for Beulah to live out her days with a little girl who's going to absolutely worship her and work with her and fawn all over her and love on her and do all those things. So I think it's going to be a match made in heaven. Jennifer says, I can start the lawnmower. That was trial and error. Can't start the generator or the power washer or the auger. Yeah, you know what? It's a learning curve, I suppose. And it's hard because like some of the stuff is, you know, might have a clutch and some of it doesn't, and some of it's got a thing where you got to pull it out to get the I don't know. That's not my thing. It's just not my thing. If I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to do something, I'll sit there and figure it out and get it going, or I'll look up a YouTube video that'll show me how to do it. But you got to be determined. So that's right. Red 81 says we should do a 3-legged race with the headlights. I don't disagree. That might be a good time up there for Freedom Weekend. We'll see. I'm excited about that, guys. It's getting closer, which is weird because I feel like summer, like technically it's not even summer yet. But I feel like since the kids got out of school so early, I feel like it's been summer already. And I feel like we just got back from Arkansas and Oklahoma like a minute ago, and we're fixing to leave again here pretty soon. So I'm like, wow, it just, you know, it's crazy. I'm telling you, but I'm excited about it. And then the puppies, we have picked out names for the 2 puppies that we're getting from Jen and Will. I'm not going to share those names with you just yet. I'm going to make you wait for that. But we've picked 2 very unusual names for the boy and the girl that are meaningful. And I'm excited to share that with you, but I'm going to hold off telling you their names a little while longer. I'm just going to tease you with it a little bit. But we had the girl's name already, not already, but we've had it for maybe like a few days. And then we went to go see the puppies when I was dropping Jen off after we went and looked at the horse. Frankie was like, yeah, that's her name. And she was calling her that name. And I was like, okay, I guess that's her name then. It does kind of fit her, you know, like now that you're saying it to her, like I can see that, like it works. But then we were still kind of stuck on the boy's name. But then last night we kind of went through a bunch and Mike threw in his bid for reasons of why it should be what it should be. And so we found one that works. So yes, Jen knows them. Actually, Jen's the only one in here that knows them. Like a Bully Homestead, how are you doing? I know you had surgery and that awful wreck. I'm glad you're on the mend and hopefully doing better now that it's been a few days. My goodness. Well, it's been a minute since the accident, but I know more recently since the surgery. So I know. I'll text you later, Auntie Ann. How about that? I know Cindy Brown said the same thing. She's like, you're killing me, not telling me. I'm going to have to like message you guys separately and tell you. Oh no, Michael Burrier says they are naming the dogs Joe and Kamala. I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. Oh my. Instead of Mary had a little lamb, Frankie had a little horse. That's right, Anthony. That's right. And she's so sweet, guys. I can't wait to show you guys her on Friday's video. She's super sweet. Like, and I was real proud of how Frankie just got in there and like worked with her and like checked her all out. And she was, you know, if she wasn't sure of something, like, you know, Jen was helping her and they were, you know, going over everything and it was good. No. I'll be here for the actual 4th, Jen. I will just be gone the couple days before that, but I'll be here for the 4th. We'll be back on the 3rd. So she is, what color is she? She is, I would say Frankie was calling her kind of like a gray off-white because she's sort of white, and then I guess they call it flea bitten. It's like a bunch of little brown and almost black looking spots, but really tiny. And then she has kind of like a dirty blonde mane and tail, and then like a pinky nose with lots of freckles and pinky eyes with lots of freckles, and then like brown down her jaw, like a brindley brown down her jaw. She's super pretty. She has pretty markings. So, and Frankie originally was like worried about a lighter colored horse because I guess, you know, they tend to get cancer more easily. So she's like, I'm just gonna be real diligent about making sure I put her spray on her and cover her and do all the stuff. And I'm like, all right, yeah, white and blonde. Yeah, Frankie was calling her gray and something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit. Just I think a little bit more pinky to her than David's 24 that he had up from his neighbors. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Like I think it's going to be a really good. I mean, it's amazing. Like, you know, it also saves us from having to like go look at a gazillion horses and try to find one that's a good fit. You know, because finding a shorter horse is always kind of a problem. You know, they're not as readily available. And then, you know, finding one that's a little older, that's dead broke, that's like, you know, not going to spook, that I feel like she's going to be safe on. And she passed all the tests of her being safe for Frankie, as far as that goes. So now we just want to make sure that she's good for Frankie to ride, like that there's nothing that we don't see on the horse or that nobody knows about that maybe she shouldn't be ridden or whatever, you know, God forbid. So hopefully everything's kosher there. But she seemed healthy as a horse to me. So, but what do I know? You show me a chicken, I can tell you if it's in good health, but I don't know from horses. Like, unless it's like, that's a dead horse, that's a live horse. That's as, you know, that's about as much as I know. Yeah, now you and Frank can go shopping for the fun stuff, Jen. That's right. Yeah. You know, if I send Jen with her shopping for all that tack, she's gonna come home with like $7 gazillion worth of tack with rhinestones and whatever on it. And Frankie's gonna be like, no, that's not my style. Hey Sid, did Frankie get to test ride it? Yes, David Moffat, she did, and you'll see that in the video a little bit. We didn't have we only brought like a bareback saddle, and which seems funny to say because that's like an oxymoron, but and we didn't have a bit, so they kind of fashioned the lead rope into like a little reins on her halter and kind of walked her around and stuff. And but yeah, she got up there and did her thing. So, but we don't know what kind, like I don't know, and Anthony didn't know unless I missed it, what breed she was of horse. So I don't know. Oh,
Hola.
I got a scooch.
¿Cómo está?
Got a scooch. Auntie Ann says, I had a half Welsh pony, half quarter horse that was the perfect size for me, and I had to modify a pony saddle to reach around its belly. Bingo was so much fun. Oh, that's cute. It's a bareback pad. Okay, there we go. Whatever. I don't know. It had a koozie built into it, and like I don't know, had all the things.
A koozie.
Yeah, in the bareback pad, it had a koozie in it. Yeah.
I still haven't watched all those videos. Frankie showed me highlights. and she was funny because she would keep pausing, and then she'd fast forward, and then she'd pause, and then she'd tell me part of the story, and then she'd play for a few seconds, and then she'd pause, and then she'd
Getting
try
a teenager to tell you a story is like drips and drabs, and it's
crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah. Anthony just says you just got to keep her oil changed. That's right. You got to make sure you change that horse, because otherwise you don't get any horsepower out of her.
I wonder what kind of horse it is.
Well, I don't think he knows. Anthony, do you know? I think we asked you, and I think he was like, I'm not sure what breed she is. She's little, so.
Oh.
Jen says, "Shh, don't judge my koozie." I know. Yes, there's the fashionably late entrance. That's right, Michael Burrier.
What up?
That's right. Like a bully, Adam says, "Hey, Mike."
So.
Hello, Heather.
We're supposed to get some good storms tonight.
Yep, we already covered that.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess you can cover it again.
I've been listening to Ryan Hall, y'all, while I've been working, and yeah, I guess it's pretty bad all around us, but it's fine here for now. In fact, the sun just came out.
Oh, she got paint in her somewhere in her jeans, he says. Which, oops, it's not letting me show it for some reason. I don't know. It's somebody else already cleared it. Okay.
I ride no
But
paint.
yeah, so she's got a little bit of paint in her, and who knows what else. Josh Ward, I'm late.
What's up, Josh? So am I. I just got here.
He just got here too. So
we got here at
perfect
the same
timing.
time. We were fishing.
There we go.
We
Just
just
not
got back from the
together.
lake.
Yeah. Oh, and Appaloosa. Okay, so she's got some paint and some Appaloosa in her. There we go.
All right.
Keep Mike updated. What did I miss? I missed something. Oh, did I tell Mike about Anthony's garden? No, I didn't. Anthony actually has quite the garden going over there.
Really?
Yeah. I got a little bit of footage of it when I was walking by. It's quite impressive, and lots of sunflowers going, and lots of squashes, and all kinds of stuff. It looks good. It's all pretty and laid out. And
I was super late planting sunflowers. I'll get sunflowers before winter, but I like to have them by 4th of July. I won't this year. But what I did yesterday, is I wanted to plant some more radishes, but I think it's going to be too hot for radishes. So what I did is I planted a few feet of radishes, and then a couple sunflowers, and then I planted a row of short sunflowers. They're called teddy bear velvet, I think, along the west side of that row.
Paul Honeyman's giving you a hard time. He said Mike's always drama queen late and only been on time twice for the lives.
You counting.
He's calling you out. Two old people on a couch, Mark and Debbie. Hello.
So anyway, I'm going to use sunflowers to shade a row of radishes, and that way, hopefully, I can, every week plant another few feet of radishes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Jen said, I had a feeling she had some Appaloosa in her. And Auntie Ann said the same thing. I was thinking maybe some Appaloosa because of the small spots. Yeah. Jen said it's called flea bitten, which sounds like she's got disease or something, but it's just the way that the spots are it's like, it almost looks like you Jackson Pollocked her. Like you took a paintbrush with like brown and black paint and just kind of speckled her. They're like horse freckles, I guess. They're freckles. She's
I don't like flea bitten.
Flea bitten sounds gross, right? That's what I was like too. I'm like, I don't like that. We're not gonna call it flea bitten. Speckled or freckled?
We're gonna call it freckles.
She has horse freckles.
Freckles.
She's freckles. But yeah.
Yeah.
I do. All right. Let's see where we at. I lost track. Sorry, guys. I got.
So is anybody that's in here right now?
Hello, Brian Wilkerson.
In the area of some of these bad storms. I know there's some naders in Georgia right now, and in southeast Mississippi, it's getting pretty nasty. It's headed this way. It always tracks east. So I said southeast, I meant southwest. It always tracks east and a little bit north. Pretty much always. So
I'll see. Freckled sounds a whole lot better than Jackson Pollocked also. Yes, that's true. That's accurate. Freckles is a better description. I agree.
We're going to
go with freckles. Oh, it's called ticking on dogs. Red 81 Camaro says on his dogs.
Oh yeah, like a blue tick.
Blue tick.
Yeah.
Okay. See, we're learning together. Look at that. Your cousin Laura says they are north of them.
Are y'all in Georgia, Laura?
Oh, Becky, he was kidding about fishing. He wasn't actually fishing.
No,
he
I
didn't
wasn't.
really catch anything.
I was at work.
He was at work. He was just making a joke. He wasn't actually fishing. I wouldn't be sitting this close to him if he just came back in from fishing, because I'd be like,
nope.
And he'd have like dead, dried worms.
It don't matter if I caught anything or not.
He'd still
I come back smelling like I've been fishing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Justin's eating on his steak now. Look at that. I think the storms are gonna split us. I hope. I hope so too, Anthony. It kind of looked like that when I was looking at the track of the radar, but those things can shift around. So I'm just gonna do the old look out the window method and see.
Ryan Hall was talking about like where the high pressure, low pressure, all that is. He has all the different radars, and he thinks it's going to hit us. It's going to be late tonight, and there's potential for 2 to 3 inch hail, giant hail. So I reconfigured a bunch of stuff in the shop, and so I packed everything in there tight. You know, put the 2 tractors, and then the 4-wheeler, the 0-turn, and then we have a lot of toys, and then the side-by-side, and then I got my little Honda parked in there, and there's still room for Sid to park her truck in there once she picks Frankie up from church. So that way, if there is big hail, we don't have big golf ball size or softball size hail dents in our vehicles, because that would suck.
That would be bad, yeah. Auntie Ann says she swears her grandma could look out the window and tell you what the weather is going to do, and she was almost always correct. Yeah, some people, like, you can just kind of get a feeling for it in your area, especially like if you live there for a while. You're like, oh, it's this, or oh, it's that. Like we had in California, any of you from California, we have earthquake weather out there. So you'll be like, yeah, you never heard me say that?
No.
Oh yeah, we'll be
that's ludicrous.
It's a thing, and you'll be like, oh, we're gonna have an earthquake, and then we would have an earthquake within a day or two.
I don't believe in earthquake weather.
It's a total thing out there. Like, it's a thing. I think if you were raised out there, you know about it. But you were a transplant.
Well, I'm glad I don't know about it then, because I'm glad.
Oh, Will's in Arkansas right now, and he says it's really bad.
Oh yeah,
he's driving a truck out there.
There's actually a lot of serious. Ryan Hall calls it nader juice.
Oh, Josh Ward says, should have seen my wife's face when I asked if she wanted to hit that or go to that concert. I'm guessing.
Oh, he texted me back and said that would be a absolute nightmare for his wife.
Really?
She hates country music.
Oh, well then.
She's a 90s grunge girl.
Oh, well then she would not like that. Sid, just because them Crocs got lights on them, don't make them street legal. Keep your eyes on her, Mike. I know.
There ain't nothing street legal about those Crocs.
He was like, are you kidding me?
No one ever should wear Crocs.
I wore these out all day today. I went all over Mississippi.
Putting headlights on Crocs, I mean, you just stepped it up a notch to absolute ridiculousness.
They make me happy.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you think most things that I do are ridiculous, or you don't understand them.
I wouldn't say most things.
Most things.
No.
No. Something.
You do some ridiculous stuff.
But so do you.
Yeah, but I don't. First of all, I don't wear Crocs, and second of all,
but
I don't
put headlights on.
I have a pair of Crocs.
That's right. And you wear them, so you can't say I don't wear Crocs. Well, you used to wear them 24/7 before we moved. You wore them a lot, and then you stopped.
I didn't ever wear them 24/7.
Well, okay,
I tried them. You can't say you don't like something if you didn't give it a fair shake. So I bought a pair of Crocs. I gave them a fair shake. I wore them, and decided that they're ridiculous.
Paul Honeyman says that they should make great snake finders. Because I have my headlamps on them now. That's good. See?
Yeah.
See? Greg says, yes, I can attest to the earthquake weather. It's a thing.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
What is this? Billy Tyson said, just looked at the radar and they have rain just north of Hattiesburg, but we're good on the Gulf. Well, that's good. Hopefully it's not like I didn't hear anything about like hurricane things on the Gulf or anything. So
No. It's a over continental storm system.
it's a continental breakfast system.
Continental breakfast.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Flings like pancakes and waffles at you.
I don't think there's usually pancakes. Maybe waffles.
They have those
In a
waffles.
continental breakfast.
Yes,
Because
but they have the machines now at some of the fancier places. This is what I've heard. I don't know because I don't go to the fancy places, but I have seen like on TikTok people have like those fancy breakfasts. I don't know. Rebecca, touched by yarn, howdy.
I'm gonna have so many tomatoes in a couple of weeks.
Betty Harper, hello, watching from South Georgia. It is raining here. I believe it.
I should do a garden update video this weekend. Maybe that'll be Sunday's video.
Okay.
Just the horse visit is for Friday, right?
That is correct, sir.
Yeah, I think I need to do a garden update video because that garden's rocking right now. Rocking. I have no idea how many tomatoes are going to need to be harvested during the time that we're gone for Freedom Weekend. It's going to be scary. I may have to have somebody come over and pick them.
Who are you gonna have come pick them?
I don't know.
Nobody's gonna be here. Our peeps are gonna be gone. Oh, well, that's not true. Jen will be here. I
If she
forgot
can
about
come
that.
by and pick some.
Yeah.
And you know what? She could come by and pick some and take them and eat them because I know her tomatoes are way behind mine. They were like this tall and they were over there.
Josh Ward says, so many tomatoes. Did you stick finger in to check if it was dry? I don't know what that means.
Well, so in one of my TikToks, I didn't even really catch it.
Yeah, Jen says she'll be here. She can do it.
But when he clipped a little piece of it out and sent it to me, it definitely doesn't sound like I'm talking about tomatoes. We'll just say that.
Fair.
I was talking about how much to water and frequency of watering and how watering is oftentimes one of the causes of blossom end rot. And I went to the ground and I said, if you shove your finger down in there and it's dry, that's a problem.
Oh my word. Oh my word. I cannot.
It's a true story. That's how that's the best way to check the soil. Really. You could buy some probe that like tells you the moisture. That's ridiculous. If you do that, you should do it while wearing Crocs. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll be nice. I was going to spit it at you like you will.
I was like, is she really going to do that? Because if she does, we're going to have a water fight right here on the live.
I was like, all I could think of was then my computer's going to get wet and I don't want to do that. But we almost just had in our minds, we had a water fight just now. Totally happy.
I was already 2 moves ahead of her.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Right.
Yeah.
Jen says she saw that TikTok and she was, or short or whatever it was, and died laughing.
I should turn that into a short.
No wonder it's a popular video, Mike, says Auntie Ann.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, the problem with converting or with using TikToks as shorts is shorts have to be under a minute long. And most of my TikToks are like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So I would have to figure out how to edit half of the content out of it and have it still make sense in order to turn it into a short. So I just haven't done that. But I should, because that one short that I posted about, I don't remember what it was about. I think it was about pruning tomatoes. It's actually doing all right. Getting a decent amount of views.
Anthony says, don't feel bad about your garden being late, Mike. Our sweet corn is just coming up. But I think that was Jen's garden that he was talking about. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if I could plant a second round of corn right now. I
mean, I know that
I feel like
wives' tale saying thing about harvest it on the 4th of July, but I mean, is that always like, will it not? Does corn just go, I'm not growing now, it's July 5th?
Well,
I don't know.
There's this thing called the summer equinox. It has to do with.
He's gonna nerd out now.
Well, okay. I'll just simply say that plants are affected by the hours of darkness. Some people think it's the hours of light.
David, I'm not reading that one out loud.
So when after the summer equinox, which is in the longest day of the year, is actually like sometime in the end of June. After that, the days actually now begin to start getting shorter and plants sense that. So, but a lot of plants can be grown right up until the first frost, especially like all your brassicas, like all your like name it, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, collards. There's a ton of
Put
plants.
it in the ground, Mike. It ain't gonna grow in the bag.
Right.
That's true. Very,
I think
very
I will.
true.
I think I'm gonna plant another.
Oh, Lonely Hitchhiker Kent says we plant 2 sets of corn every year.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna plant another patch of corn.
Josh says I would wait till mid-August for second round of corn.
Oh, really? Well, Josh, I think Josh knows. He gardens a decent amount in this area. Josh Ward said that?
Yeah.
Mid-August, huh?
That's what he said. So you have corn at Thanksgiving, right?
Well, I mean,
no?
It depends on what you grow.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's going to be between 90, yeah, probably like 90 days.
For the corn?
Yeah. So, yeah, it would be like, we would have fresh corn for the holidays.
There we go. Red 81 Camaro says, Sid, I love the saying on your shirt. I forget what it says. It says something about, oh yeah, girls just want to have guns. That's right. With her. Rosie the Riveter. Yeah.
Is that grunt style?
No. Nope, it's Fitness Co.
I just got a few more grunt style shirts. Freedom is always an option. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to have that for.
Oh, knee high by the 4th of July. I knew it was something with that. I don't do the plants. Remember, I'm not the plant person.
Knee high by the 4th of July.
That's what.
Is that what people say? Knee high by the 4th of July.
I've heard people say that. Yeah. It'll grow off quicker in late summer. My sweet corn I plant is 75-day corn, says Josh. So.
I don't remember how long mine is.
Oh yeah, Lonely Hitchhiker Kent says our second round is 1st of August. So
I've got Stoll's sweet corn, I believe. And I don't remember if I thought it was closer to 90, but maybe it is 75 or 80.
Joe Lotto, do you guys plan to plant fruit trees? Yes. In fact, Josh Ward, who's in here right now, came by a couple weeks ago and brought us some fruit trees that one was grafted. I don't know.
All of them. Yeah,
all of them were grafted.
Yeah, he brought us 4 fruit trees, and I'm currently shopping for figs. I think I want, this is going to make people around here mad, but Louisiana State has developed some really cool fig trees that I think I'm going to probably wind up find somebody that's selling those.
David Moffat says, as a veteran, freedom is not an option. It's an obligation. That's right. I
can go with that.
Yeah. Paul Hammond says, people, 149 have hit their thumbs up, but we are still short. It takes 1 second to do a small screen and hit the thumb and go to the big screen again. Please go do it and support these good people. Why, thank you, Paul. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
153. We got what, 232 people
34,
in here
34,
hanging out with us.
Shortest 2 people.
That's cool.
Anthony says the big thing to worry about, Mike, is silkworms on late corn. So there you have it.
What do you treat those with?
Birds. I don't know. Thank you, Alex S. said he just hit that thumbs up button. I love it. Appreciate it.
I found some little red bugs on my tomatoes.
Those little mite things.
And yeah, there's some sort of a mite. They're not aphids. They kind of look like a clover mite is what they look like actually. So I'm not sure what they are. I've been meaning to look them up. I just keep forgetting. But
keep forgetting we're not in love anymore.
I don't know if they are good, bad, or indifferent for the plant. I'm not seeing any damage. So yeah.
Spinosad for the corn earworms. Yeah.
Spinoid. I have no idea what that is.
Spinosad, it says.
Oh, spinosad.
He retyped it.
Yeah, Josh is actually pretty much my my source for chemicals.
David Glunt says he had to dust his tomatoes because he got bugs in his bed. There you have it.
Oh, that is no bueno.
No.
Yeah, we don't like bringing bugs in the house.
Gungadin says dust them with some diatomaceous earth and see if it kills them.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth is pretty nasty to bugs. It's pretty nasty.
Which is weird because like for other stuff it's like good. So it's one of those things that's like, is it good or is it?
Well, it's on a almost microscopic level. It's like shards of glass. So it literally like
Cuts them up.
cuts them up.
Hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt us at all.
Oh, Josh Ward said he sent you a text about a new bug app too. Bugs got bad, says David Glunt.
Yeah, I saw that. It's by the same company that does the app for Picture This, right? You should check your spelling actually on what you sent me. I I got a chuckle out of your spelling there.
Anthony says, what are the little gray bugs on squash, Mike?
Gray bugs on squash.
Like bugs, not worms. Like I'm assuming he means like little bugs.
Are you talking about like summer squash, like zucchini and patty pan and yellow squash? Because I don't believe I've had little gray bugs on my squash. I've had worms
Roger that, Michael. Appreciate that.
that have been a problem. Um, but I don't know that I'm not sure what kind of a gray bug you're talking about. Like if it's like what size or
like does it fly? Does it walk? I don't know.
I mean, all bugs pretty much walk, right? Except for worms.
Well, no, like
but I don't
I
even
mean,
know if
like is it
worms are
a
a bug.
flying? I mean, is it a flying bug or a walking bug?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But I did find my first green worm
Like a hook,
on a tomato plant.
hookworm. He says yes, they are super small. The little gray things.
Oh, those are probably aphids.
That's kind of what I was just thinking. If they're really small.
Yeah, those are probably aphids. And aphids, man, there is not a plant aphids won't that I know of that aphids won't go to in the garden. However, what you can do,
companion plant.
That's right. You can plant some
See,
trap
I know
plants.
Stuff.
One of my favorites is nasturtiums because nasturtiums will kind of grow along the ground. They make really nice flowers that the pollinators like, and the entire plant is edible. So those little flowers you can use for garnishes. You can throw some of the leaves in your salad, whatever. But what you and the aphids like those more than they like most things. So if you plant some nasturtiums down through your garden in various places, then when the aphids really get like bad on a section of the nasturtium, you just cut it off and take it away. Take it to the compost pile. Those aphids will never make it back. In fact, aphids are so bad about traveling that a lot of times if you got aphids up on a plant up here and you manage to just kind of spray them off and they hit the ground, they will not make it back up onto the plant. They're done. They're toast.
What's the name of that bug app? Anthony's asking.
It's by the same company that makes Picture This. I don't have my phone here, but Josh knows.
Okay.
Because he's the one that sent it to me.
Liberty Farms, hello. He says, darn it, I'm late again. Thank you for getting me past the 300 subscriber brick wall a few weeks ago. Now approaching the 600. Nice. You guys are awesome. I love that.
Right on.
That's fantastic. Glad to hear it. Nasturtium are great to add to salads because they take the place of the pepper, says David Moffat.
Yeah, I love nasturtiums. I like to plant bachelor buttons, purple cone flowers, all kinds of different kinds of sunflowers, and man, there's another one. Marigolds. Marigolds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are on the fence about companion planting, and they say that it works or doesn't work. And there's some types of companion planting that I don't bother with. like trying to plant, like an obvious one is trying to plant a nitrogen fixing plant next to a plant that requires a lot of nitrogen. Doesn't work, people. Doesn't work.
David Moffat says marigolds are a great deer retardant.
Are they?
Yeah, after you plant them and the deer eat them, then they have to ride the short bus because they get retardant.
A 6.5 Creedmoor is a good deer retardant as well.
Oh, that's a good one.
But nitrogen fixing plants don't actually fix nitrogen into the soil.
That's right.
Until they decompose, until they break down. So if you've got nitrogen fixing plants, you have to make sure that as the plant dies or as you terminate the plant, you have to turn it back into the soil, and that's how that nitrogen that is actually fixed in the plant is going to be released into the soil. So I don't companion plant that type of stuff. I companion plant for shade, like I was talking about earlier, planting my radishes under sunflowers so that I can grow radishes a little bit longer into the hot season. It won't work with lettuce. And then I also companion plant for pests.
Auntie Ann said she grew up eating stuff out of the garden that had 7 dust on it, and she's still alive. And Mike Webb says Oki's still using 7 dust.
I do
and
not.
Anthony says we put marigolds around our tomatoes this year. Well, hopefully that works then. Great for bugs, and lavender is great to get bees in your garden. That's true. We used to have a big lavender thing at the old.
Yeah, we did. I need to get some lavender planted out here. Yeah, marigolds are great for your garden. Nasturtiums are great. Purple coneflower, also known as echinacea. Bachelor buttons. There was another little purple one that I grew last year that I don't have any seeds for, and I don't remember what it was, but it's also edible. I like to grow edible flowers.
Yeah, Tulsa K. Homestead says we plant marigolds in the garden. They repel deer, rodents, rabbits, and all great pollinators are attracted to it. The new 7 dust is not as good as the old formulation, says Josh.
7 dust is pretty invasive. It's pretty invasive. I try not to use it. In fact, I haven't used it. I think I used it once at our old place. And I forget what I was infested with. It was bad. Anyway, but yeah, I've done some research on 7 dust, and I'm just like, if I can prevent it, if I can keep from using it, I will. But in the end, look, you can't let your crop get decimated. So in the end, you can't stick to your guns on, I'm going to be chemical free no matter what. Okay, yeah, but if you get wiped out, now what?
Jen says they use 7 dust for the anthills.
That works?
Well, apparently, or she wouldn't keep using it.
I forgot. We went and I picked up some ant bait or ant poison, and
we haven't used it yet.
I haven't used it yet to find out how good it is.
It was infested with the neighborhood kids, Paul Honeyman says. Yeah, use that 7 dust on and get them right out of there. Get them right out of your garden.
I remember when I was a kid, 7 dust was the go-to for everything. Everybody used 7 dust in the garden, like for everything.
Yeah, Jen says, yeah, it works really well on the ants. I don't know what's in 7 dust, so I can't really weigh in on this. I don't know anything about it. So,
I don't remember now.
JJ Max has been watching your channel since Cali. Farm is really coming along well. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's coming along.
Oh, Anthony says his mom uses Comet for it. That like that Comet stuff that you like scrub your sink with or whatever on anthills, and it works. Oh yeah.
Man, I haven't seen
my mom used to use that
tube of Comet in a long time. I totally am having flashbacks.
I can smell that smell right now. Yeah. I was like, I just did the same thing. I was like, my mom used to shake that Comet everywhere.
Man.
Yeah, but I use bartender's friend, but it doesn't smell. Like, I don't know, it doesn't have a smell.
I bought some hand cleaner, like it's kind of like Gojo. It's kind of, it's exfoliating. And Frankie stole it.
She didn't steal it. She put it in the bathroom that you guys come in from in the mudroom.
Oh.
It's sitting right on the shelf in there.
Okay. I meant for it to be in the shop, but actually that bathroom's not a bad place for it.
Either, yeah.
Well, you don't actually have to use water. You can just use that stuff and then wipe it off with a shop rag. And then wash your hands later.
I don't know. Celosas? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Are beautiful and the bloom is great for salad, says David.
Oh, what's it called?
Celosias. Celosias. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
It was there. It's gone now.
It's gone.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a good idea to plant flowers in the garden. I mean, look, most of the stuff in your garden has flowers on them, right? At some point. But if you plant some just specifically flowers, you will bring in more pollinators. You'll see them from farther away, especially sunflowers. Whew. Man, sunflowers like a big old beacon up there for the bees from, across the field.
Deanna, I hope I don't say your name wrong. Winderhold says, I'm going to ask you all to pray for me. I had another PET scan and I've been praying that nothing shows up. I would appreciate it greatly. Thank you and God bless. Yes, we will keep you in our prayers, Deanna, that you get good news from it. Vilma Luna, hello, love your ranch. I'm coming from Calm on Homestead. Oh, come on, Homestead. Okay, gotcha.
All right.
David is awesome, and I'm enjoying your channel. Well, thank you. We love us some David too.
Anthony, I have not heard anything about people having trouble with fig trees this year. But I also
Salosia. He spelled it phonetically.
Oh, there we go.
Salosia.
But I also don't have any yet, so I haven't been paying close attention to that. I do recall Josh telling me something about some issues with some of the fruit trees this year having blight pretty bad. Josh would know more about that. He might chime in. And then we did have a late frost, which kind of jacked up some people's fruit tree situation, but figs specifically, no, I haven't heard anything, mostly because I haven't gotten any figs yet.
So he hasn't really been, I guess, paying attention to it yet.
I mean, I've talked trees a bit with Josh. Yeah, fire blight, that's what it was. Josh was telling me about. So that may be what some people are dealing with the.
I gotta know, what do you have the air conditioner set at? Because it is just getting colder and colder the longer.
I have not touched the air conditioner in days. So and I told Frankie to stop touching.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. He keeps it Arctic down here, and yeah.
I keep it 70.
Arctic.
70 is not Arctic.
Ooh.
I would keep it 65 if I could.
Yeah. They call it, this is women's winter, when you go into the office and it's like freezing cold because, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, I don't know what diseases figs get either, Josh, actually. I do recall when I was looking at the Louisiana State, I forget what it's called now, but it's a fig tree, developed by their team, that it's supposed to be resistant to some of the most common whatever affects fig trees. But again, that was a while ago, and I don't remember.
Hello from Ontario. My first live, says DJ Turneroo.
What's up, DJ? What's up?
I'll try and get you a cutting of my grandmother's and give it to y'all when you're all back down. Oh, that'd be great, Anthony.
Right on.
That'd be wonderful.
That would be awesome.
Alan says, I don't care about bed bugs. Did Frankie get her horse? We talked about that earlier. In fact, Anthony, the one who just commented right above you, Alan, is the gentleman with the horse, with Beulah. And it's looking promising. We're going to, once we get the fencing done, take her up to the vet, make sure the vet says she's got no issues of anybody not being able to ride her or anything, that she's healthy for that. And then we'll be able to.
Yeah, when I talked to Frankie about it last night after Mom went to bed, basically
30-second warning.
Frankie's liking the horse. Yeah. Frankie's liking the horse.
They were vibing.
They vibed well. I did see a few clips of the video of her just kind of lunging her a little bit, and
yeah, and she got to ride her.
And she climbed on
yeah,
without a saddle. But that was cool.
Yeah.
The only thing is, you know, we don't know how well the horse trailers because it's been a long time since Anthony has.
He said that she loads up fine when he has loaded her up, so
Yeah.
we'll see if memory kicks in and she gets on there, or if we have to fight her on there. But
And
anyway,
then,
guys, our time is up tonight. We appreciate you, and we love you guys. And stick around because you've got Full Blown Country, and then you've got MT Homestead, and then you've got Vineyard Farmhouse. So you got a full night of entertainment, or at least people talking to cameras.
that's right.
So have a great evening and stay safe in the storms tonight, y'all. And we will see you next time. Sorry, I just totally just blocking you just like that. I can't see the button.
Have a good night, guys.